What happened during the 3 days between Jesus' death and resurrection? Where did he go during that time? The phrase, "It is finished," uttered by Jesus on the cross, is often reflected upon in this context. The four Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, tell us that Jesus was crucified and spent about 6 hours on the cross before he died. In his final moments, he spoke the powerful words, "It is finished," John 19:30, before bowing his head and surrendering his spirit. After his death, his body was taken down from the cross and prepared for burial by Joseph of Arimathea, assisted by Nicodemus, one of Jesus' followers. 3 days later, his body and spirit were reunited in the resurrection, and he appeared to his disciples, beginning with Mary Magdalene, before ascending into heaven. However, many people have wondered what occurred during those 3 days between his death and resurrection. Where was Jesus, and what was he doing? This is a question that has intrigued believers for centuries. The Bible, especially the Synoptic Gospels, does not provide a detailed account of Jesus' activities during this period, often referred to as the harrowing of hell or the descent into hell. The Gospels focus mainly on the events surrounding his crucifixion and resurrection. As a result, understanding what happened during those 3 days relies more on theological interpretations and traditions rather than explicit biblical descriptions. One hint about Jesus' whereabouts during this time can be found in his conversation on the cross. According to the Bible, Jesus was crucified between 2 thieves. When one of them asked Jesus to remember him when he came into his kingdom, Luke 23:42, Jesus replied, "Truly I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise." This suggests that after his death, Jesus went to paradise, which is often understood as heaven. In his final moments, Jesus committed his spirit into God's hands, implying that he entered a place of eternal bliss and love, heaven. Another perspective is provided in 1 Peter 3:18-20, which states, "For Christ also suffered once for sins, the righteous for the unrighteous, to bring you to God. He was put to death in the body, but made alive in the spirit. After being made alive, he went and made proclamation to the imprisoned spirits, to those who were disobedient long ago when God waited patiently in the days of Noah while the ark was being built." This passage could be understood to mean that Jesus, during the period between his death and resurrection, descended to hell or Hades to make a proclamation to the spirits imprisoned there. These spirits could be fallen angels or humans who had disobeyed God before the time of Noah. Although the exact message Jesus delivered is not clear, it is often interpreted as a declaration of his victory over sin, death, and Satan. Another passage, Ephesians 4:8-10, offers further insight. This is why it says, "When he ascended on high, he took many captives and gave gifts to his people." What does he ascended mean, except that he also descended to the lower earthly regions? He who descended is the very one who ascended higher than all the heavens in order to fill the whole universe. This passage, referencing Psalm 68:18, is often interpreted to mean that Jesus, after securing salvation through his death, descended to the realm of the dead to lead the redeemed, those who had been justified by faith, like Abraham, David, and others, from Hades to their permanent home in heaven. In sum, while the Bible does not give a detailed account of what Jesus did during the 3 days between his death and resurrection, various passages and theological interpretations suggest that he went to paradise, proclaimed his victory over evil, and led the faithful to their eternal home. Another interpretation of Ephesians 4 suggests that during the 3 days between his death and resurrection, Jesus triumphed over our spiritual enemies, namely the devil, death, and the curse of sin. After achieving this victory, he ascended to heaven, returning triumphantly as God. This view is supported by Matthew 12:40, which states, "For as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of a huge fish, So the Son of Man will be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth. It's important to recognize that the Bible does not provide explicit details about what transpired during those 3 days, and different Christian traditions offer various interpretations. However, we do have Jesus' own words to rely on. He assured the thief on the cross, "Today you will be with me in paradise," giving us confidence that Jesus went to paradise after declaring his victory over death and completing his redemptive work. Thank you for watching. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section. Please support us by subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. God bless you.